One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Wake Forest offense will have the football first. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Back to pass, it's Witzel. Finds his tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Bowie. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. Breaks into the open. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there. The Demon Deacons moving quickly to the line. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down. He tried to get it on his own. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. So the Clemson Tigers offense will go to work for the first time today. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's James. Throwing right. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Now, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you can tell QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, it puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin.
You're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Touch pass on the run. Running to Green. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Clemson. Extra point here will tie the game. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Pressure coming. Looking deep down the right side. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. So now it's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. He breaks a tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. To the air, it's Witzel. Throws to the tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Defenders everywhere as he is stopped for a loss of 5. And the Demon Deacons in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got an open man. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Demon Deacons have this offense rolling.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
To the air on 2nd down. Rush is on him. Keeps it himself and gets the first. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. They've been running it, but now the pass. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Demon Deacons really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8. The Demon Deacons pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looks as if he's going to run it. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on second and goal. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wake!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Now on second down. Back to pass, it's James. He'll throw it. Out of the backfield, he's open. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Nice job by the defense swarming to the football. Anytime you're having the ball being pitched or you're having a lateral on the play, you want to get to that guy who's doing it. Hit him. Make that thing bounce all over the place so you can go recover it. Nice job by the defense disrupting it with speed, getting to the football when covering that something.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll leave it with him. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Demon Deacons come to the line in the hurry-up. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Wake Forest has the lead. We've put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
14, Clemson, 7.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Back to throw, it's Witzel. He wants it all. from the red zone for the score.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Auburn is in serious trouble right now. I hope that coach is renting and not buying there on the plains, because that could be a bad investment. They're trailing by 14 to Ole Miss. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should see.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
That's caught. It's Maddox. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Back to throw, it's Witzel. Dumps it off in the flats. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Demon Deacons want to crank the tempo. Back to pass on second down. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Wow, that quarterback is lucky there. If you're going to take a chance like that on 3rd down in your end of the field, you better be right, because that should have been picked and returned for a touchdown. This offense is lucky now they're getting a chance to punt this ball away.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Wide open downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Lets it go. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with.
Yeah, and those corner routes are tough to throw for an offense. You try to force it, in between coverage a lot of times, and you can tell it was great defense. Nice job getting the hand in the air, getting it on the football, and making sure that receiver can't make a play.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Tigers are rolling down the field.
First down for the offense.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yes.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. got the back over the middle. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a man. It's James. Finds his back in the middle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility, and you've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game. He's a weapon, and a guy in this defense has got to be ready for him.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back open in the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And his offense has put together a really nice drive, man. You really want to pay this off. Obviously, third down approaching. Got to be smart with the football, but we want to cut into this lead as much as possible. Down a couple possessions. This would be huge right before the half.
They'll run it from the gun. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And it slips just inside that right upright. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. And the Demon Deacons want to move quickly. It's a draw. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. The Demon Deacons will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Gets it out quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Witzel. Got out of trouble and throws. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Well, the offense is trying to throw for it in their own end on 3rd down, and quarterback receiver not quite on the same page, and they're lucky because that was almost picked off.
Kick is in the air. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. catch in the middle. It's Maddox. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Looking for room at the 30. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. First and goal, and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Now they'll run the draw. He's stopped in the backfield again. This defense trying to send a message they'll have to carry into halftime. Well, you have to find a way to create some hesitation on defense when you're selling the draw play, and they just didn't do it well enough there.
Yeah, and it's got to be the offensive line and the quarterback and the running back. They all have to work together to show pass set up front, act like it's a throw for the quarterback, not rush it, but the defense clearly not fooled, got in the backfield, got the tackle for a loss.
Now facing a third and long. They'll try the run. Makes the play in the backfield again, and the defense can use a timeout and get the ball back here. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Demon Deacons send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He gets a block. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw, it's James. Floating away. It's caught. Corralled and brought down by the defense. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And it's right down the boulevard. That brings them to within 1. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And holding on to a first-half lead, this offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to the locker room. No surprise, looks as if they'll be content just to head to the locker room. The Demon Deacons will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll return it. Slips through the line. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Turning it on. Touchdown Tigers. They look finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead.
Man, it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
21.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Demon Deacons headed quickly to the line.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the big fella. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Dropping back, it's Witzel. Snagged in the middle, it's Adkins. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Demon Deacons are moving quickly down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. This time stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Demon Deacons have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He's got him wide open. Racing to the right. Touchdown Wake. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making...
Oh, they blocked the extra point. That's a live ball. He can take it back for 2. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they closed the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. Not taking a knee. He'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble. And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Scanning the field, it's James. The screen, he's got wheels. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Using the quick game. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing. Linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
Inside the 35. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Wants to go up top on first down. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. Looking to throw. And some room to work. Fights off a defender. And they'll knock him down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to pass. It's James. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
I feel like this defense really needed that, man. They need a shot in the arm. They've had some bad possessions, not been great. Nice job getting to the quarterback, getting in a predictable third and long situations where now you can unleash that pass rush.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Using his feet to buy time. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the third time tonight. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Grabbed in the middle. It's Adkins. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Got his man downfield. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Demon Deacons racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum.
Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Demon Deacons are flying down the field. It's a reverse. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. The Demon Deacons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Whitson. A little floater there that falls incomplete. Quarterback just couldn't quite find the range on the last play. It's third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Finds his man. And he's still running after the move. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Great timing there in the curl route by the QB. Gets it out early, and against zone coverage, because he gets it to his receiver so quick, he's able to turn it up and get the first down.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Now the play fake. Buys a little time. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Demon Deacons come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Tight end now in motion. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. They're going to pass on the field goal. They're still looking for 6 in this situation. Looking left. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The Demon Deacons will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Dropping back, it's Witzel. Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. Touchdown, Demon Deeks. And that one will give him the lead.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Clemson, 31.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
He'll pull it on the read. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. We've come to the break, and it's Wake Forest holding. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. They'll immediately call timeout. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quick completion on the out route. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Firing to the right, complete. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They love to make this kick easier by picking up a few on third down. It's 56 yards out from here. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He wants to change this route. They'll go to the toss. Oh, he's got a chance. He has the first and still on his feet. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Thanks to grab. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
To throw, it's James. The screen, and watch out. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Hit a speed bump on that last play. Now work to do on 2nd and 15. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, double the football, let them make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of them.
Well, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it! And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Hold offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. Touchdown, Clemson! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Witzel. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He might want another play. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Once you start getting closer to the end zone, you start bringing in more big bodies, right? You're going to run the football more. The field shrinks. I can run different coverages, but really nice job saying, that's fine. You bring in the big bodies. I'm going to toss the ball in the perimeter for a nice positive gain.
They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers! With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
To the air, it's Witzel. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Adkins. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw again. He's got the tight end. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Demon Deacons with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Spins away from the defender. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to throw on 1st down. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. It's complete on the right side. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. To the air, it's Witzel. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Pulls it in on the right. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Looking to throw on first down. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. I don't think the pressure's going to get to these guys. This is when it's fun. Late in the game, down one score, gotta have it right now. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He caught it. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. If you're the head coach, you got to start thinking.
And the quarterback is sacked. Big play by the defense that is probably going to be wiped out by that penalty flag. I think they jumped offside.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the